the Magic Millions. Skirt the wall is taken over and kicked away. Skirt the wall is in front and Skirt the wall is all too good. Skirt the wall is 1 length and a half.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 296 and is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. It's going to be a pretty big show today as we look ahead to our runners at Doomben on Saturday, plus our runners in the feature races at the Rockhampton Carnival and also Sunshine Coast over the weekend. This week we've got Mitch Treleaven joining us in place of trainer Tony Gollan, who's taken a much deserved break after a really big winter carnival. Morning Mitch, looks to be one of our biggest 3 days of racing of the year with over 30 stable runners engaged.
Yeah, good morning Claire. It certainly is. We're covering some territory as well.
We are.
Certainly lots of different tracks, but looking forward to it. It's going to be a good weekend of racing.
Absolutely it is. Let's jump straight into our preview of runners for Doomben on Saturday. The rail will be in the half a metre position. The track's currently a soft 7 with mostly sunny days ahead. How do you think the track will race on Saturday?
We haven't raced there since late last month. Rail was in the 6 metre position there, so normally when they go back into either the true or half out, it can be a little bit leaderish, but that's always Doomben, so good barriers will certainly help, and we've got a few of those.
It's good to hear. Okay, we'll start with race 2, which is the Colts, Geldings and Entires benchmark 78 handicap. Over the 1110 metres, we have 2 runners. We'll start with Michelle. He'll carry 59.5 kilos. Angela Jones rides barrier 1. He's paying $6 to win at the moment and $2 for the place. 7 weeks since his last start. Did look good in a 1,000 metre trial last week at Doomben to blow out any of the cobwebs.
Yeah, he was really sharp at the trials there last Tuesday, and probably gets to his right grade now and his right distance. So he's really effective around Doomben as well. The inside draw really helps. If Ange can get him in the clear at the right time, he's certainly going to be right in the finish.
Absolutely. The second runner is Brereton, who will carry 58 kilos and will be ridden by Vlad Jurek. He's drawn barrier 4. Brereton is paying $4.60 to win at the moment and $1.75 for the place. Having his first start for our stable on Saturday, he did win the Group 3 Maribyrnong Plate as a 2-year-old and had a trial and a jump out to get ready for this.
Yeah, he's had a faultless preparation leading into the first up run. He's gotten better each time he stepped out in both those jump outs and trials. So he maps to get a nice run. Vlad should be able to just settle just behind the speed, and he's another one that's this is the right grade for him. So yeah, with the right run, I'd expect both of these to be pretty hard to beat, but I'll probably sit on the fence.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, then we'll go to race 3, which is the 3-year-old handicap over the 1110 metres. We have Invincible Shield engaged. He'll carry 54.5 kilos with Angela Jones on board. Invincible Shield has drawn barrier 1. He is paying $1.85 for the win and $1.18 for the place. Has won both the starts for our stable in dominant fashion this preparation. It's been between 4 weeks since his last run, so Tony did give him a trial, which he also won comfortably.
Yeah, he was really good at the trials last Tuesday. Back to 1100, shouldn't worry him with that space between runs, and barrier 1 he just lands to get such a lovely run again. Very similar to last start, I'd imagine. There's a bit of speed outside, he can just find the back of that, and the way he's going, he should be very hard to beat again.
Okay, he is our Man Crush Monday from this week, and he's just hiding over there, not showing his pretty face, but he is quite a good looking young boy. Now let's move on to race 4, which is the benchmark 68 handicap over the 1200 metres. I see you coming. We'll run in this with 60.5 kilos. Angela Jones takes the reins, barrier 3. He is paying $2.90 to win and $1.55 for the place. Second up on Saturday, coming off a very close second on Ipswich Cup Day over the 1100 metres for Ange.
Yeah, we always thought he'd improve from that first up run. He probably surprised a few with how close he got there that day. The 1200 second up's going to be ideal for him. Drawn to get a lovely run again, so I'd expect him to be one of our better chances on the day.
Okay, that sounds good. Race 6 is the Fillies and Mares benchmark 78 handicap over the 1110 metres. We'll have 3 runners in this race. We'll start with Nanagai. She'll carry 61.5 kilos. Vlad Jurek rides barrier 9. She's paying $7.50 to win and $2.70 for the place. After a long layoff, she finished midfield first up in a higher grade over the 1200 metres. She's dropped back slightly in grade and distance here.
Yeah, I think you'll find that race that she ran in the other day, the form out of that will be very good. Back in grade, back in distance, won't worry her. I think that the key will probably be the first furlong just from that barrier. If she can, there's good speed on, so if she can find the back of that midfield with a bit of cover, I can't see her running a bad race.
Okay, the second runner we have is Liquor. She'll carry 60 kilos. Angela Jones will ride her, and she will jump from barrier 3. She's paying $5 to win at the moment and $2.10 for the place. Had a brief let up after her last start 9th at this track and trip. She has been back to the trials and looked good in winning a 1,000 metre heat last week.
Yeah, very sharp again last Tuesday. Drawn to, she's only really knows one way.
Yeah.
There's a bit of speed in the race, so it'll probably just depend on how quick they go. But she's certainly, her form's good enough for this race for sure.
Okay, the third runner we have is Miss Middle Park, 58.5 kilos, with Jag Guthman Chester riding, barrier 6. She's paying $13 for the win and $3.90 for the place. Newcomer to our stable this preparation, and she is a 4-time race winner. Finished off her most recent jump out at Deegan strongly to top her off for this first up assignment for us.
Another one that's improving throughout the preparation, Claire. Should appreciate the good speed, probably just worse than midfield.
Okay.
Whether she wants 1200 or not second up might be the question, but her best form's good enough for this race.
And how are you going to split the 3 of these ones?
I'll go Nana Guy.
Yeah.
I just think if she can get any luck early, she maps to get the right run.
Okay, perfect. Race 7 is the Class 3 plate over the 1,350 metres. Warby will run in this with 60 kilos and Vlad Jurek riding, barrier 19. He's paying $5.50 for the win and $2.10 for the place. Produced a big run from the back to run down all but the winner over the 1,350 on Ipswich Cup Day, but he's drawn another wide barrier. It's like a broken record.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate because he's going so well, and he's showing that when he does go the races. So there's a couple of options for him next Saturday. So we'll have a look at this race in a little bit more depth today and make a decision. But wherever he goes next start, he'll be very good. So whether he goes around on Saturday or not is remain to be seen. But I think he's going well enough. If he was to get the right run on Saturday from that draw, he could certainly win.
Race 8 is the benchmark 85 handicap, and that will be run over the 1,600 metres. We have 2 runners. Rising Pacific will carry 55.5 kilos with Angela Jones, barrier 4. He's paying $5.50 to win at the moment and $2.20 for the place. Hasn't cracked it for a win yet this preparation, but wasn't far away last start at this track and trip 4 weeks ago. Went back to the trials last week to keep his fitness levels up.
You try to get him away from the wet tracks, really.
Yeah.
You faced them earlier in his preparation, and it was unfortunate because he is going so well. He was very good at the trials last Tuesday as well. Maps nicely from that barrier 4 and should be able to settle in midfield with a bit of cover and any luck around the straight and into the straight. I'd expect him to be hard to beat. The weather's really good at the moment, so you'd think we're going to be racing on it probably at worst a 5, which is right up his alley.
Okay, the second runner is Madame Odette, 54.5 kilos, Damien Thornton on board, barrier 13. She's paying $3.90 to win and $1.75 for the place. Big run last start for second on Ipswich Cup Day over the mile. She does rise in grade here, but drops in weight, but has drawn wide as well.
Yeah, I think the key there is the drop in weight. I don't think the rising grade will worry her. She's certainly going really well. Another one that's the first sort of furlong is going to tell her tale, but she's going to be really strong through the line. I'd probably just, with the barriers, Rising Pacific just on top, but she has the ability to win better races than this.
Okay. Race 9 is the benchmark 85 handicap over the 1,350 metres. Again, another race where we have 2 runners. We'll start with Pizarro, 59.5 kilos, with Jag Guthman Chester in the saddle, barrier 12. He's paying $14 to win Pizarro and $4.20 for the place. He did find a bit of traffic in the straight last start at Eagle Farm over the 1,200 metres, but finished off strongly, and he was only a length from second. He does rise in trip, but just drawn a little bit awkward.
Yeah, he has. As I said earlier, that form race will be good. Another one that just needs a little bit of luck early from the barrier. He'd probably be worse in midfield anyway, so with a bit of cover, he's shown how good he can be earlier in his preparation with those 2 wins. I don't think 1,350 is a drama at all. I think it's beneficial. So just a little bit of luck early and he'll be right in the finish.
Okay, the second runner is Black Max, 55.5. Angela Jones rides, barrier 6. Max is paying $8.50 to win and $3 for the place. A good winner in lesser grade last start over the 1200 metres. He has won at this track and trip, and he is drawn in the middle, which shouldn't be too bad.
Loves Doomben, loves dry tracks or drying tracks. So again, similar to Rising Pacific, if the track gets to what we think it should, a soft 5, it's perfect for him. Maps well from the barrier. He was very good last start. It wasn't the strongest race, but the way he did it was probably the key there. So he's certainly going well enough to win this type of race.
And how are you going to split these two?
I'd say Black Max.
Okay.
Only just so. Pizarro's, he's got this race in him for sure.
Okay. Now we're going to have a few heading to the Sunshine Coast on Sunday for the rescheduled races from last Saturday's partially abandoned Caloundra Cup meeting. We'll just look at our runner in the listed Glasshouse Handicap with final acceptances today.
Yep.
And that is Wollombi, and the Glasshouse has run over 1400 metres and she'll carry 54 kilos. She will be second up on Sunday, coming off a last to first win in the listed Gay Waterhouse Classic over the 1200 metres. She steps up to the 1400 metres now, which shouldn't be a problem.
Not at all. The wet track shouldn't worry her either. It's just hopefully we draw the same barrier. I think we drew 3 last week, so fingers crossed we can draw something similar this week, and she'll be hard to beat again.
Okay, now let's have a quick look at our runners for the 2 main races at the Rockhampton Carnival over the next 2 days. The track is currently a soft 5 with sunny days forecast, so we should get a good racing surface. Tomorrow is the $100,000 Rockhampton Newmarket over the 1300 metres, and we have Ef Troop drawn 3 and last up winner Rockribbed drawn 15 in this race.
Yeah, it's Rockribbed made our decision a little bit tricky. We had him in at Doomben as well. He drew 13 there. So Rockribbed looks to, hopefully there's a bit of speed inside him. Hopefully he'll be able to tuck just behind that. And he's probably the right price in the race. He's the right sort of horse for a race like that.
Yep.
Ef Troop went back to the trials last Tuesday and was really good.
It was.
So I think you'd probably have to put Rockribbed on top. But there's no reason why Ef Troop couldn't win a race like this.
Okay, and on Saturday it is the $150,000 Rockhampton Cup over the mile, and we'll saddle up a newcomer to our stable in Devastate.
Yeah, another one we took back to the trials last Tuesday, and he was really, really good. We've got him in as well at Doomben, but I'd say, all things going well, we go around at Rocky, and fingers crossed for a barrier there, and wherever he goes, he's going to be competitive.
Now we are into the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who, firstly, do you think is our best winning chance at Doomben on Saturday?
Invincible Shield.
Invincible
sure,
Shield. Yep. Our best each way chance?
Nana Guy.
Nana Guy.
Yes.
You keep going back to Nana Guy.
Yes.
I think you've got a little thing for her. Okay, now give us a couple of our best chances heading to Rockhampton.
You can follow, we've obviously already got the fields tomorrow for Rocky, so you can follow most of the team tomorrow. We got Big Demeanor, who's quite short in the first, Simbu's going really well later in the day, and obviously Rockribbed in the Newmarket. So you can play around tomorrow with a few multis. I'd say Simbu is probably our best, or Big Demeanor tomorrow. Okay. And then a good team in Saturday.
Okay, and do you have a best at the Sunny Coast on Sunday?
Golden Boom.
Golden Boom? That was quick and definite?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Now it is time for Cav's Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. He landed with Black on Beauty to win last week, but then the other leg was refunded due to the abandonment, so he did come out on top. Let's see what he's got for us this week.
Welcome to Cav's Corner for this week. This week is Doomben. We'll get it over and done with early. We'll go in the second race, we'll go Brereton, Old Dermot. A win. Into the third race, Invincible Shield, a win. Good punting, guys.
So he's gone Brereton a win into Invincible Shield a win. What are your thoughts on those?
Neighbours here, the two boys there. I like it. I think Invincible Shield will have a little bit more pressure on him if Brereton gets the job done. But
again, apologies to Sean Buckley. And
he should be okay. Yeah. So no, I like the multi. It'll be good odds too. So.
It will be. Okay, good luck over a big few days of racing all over the countryside. And whereabouts are you going to be on Saturday?
I'll be on the couch tomorrow watching them all, and Saturday I'll be watching from afar again. So fingers crossed we can have a heap of winners, because we've got a heap of runners.
We do, absolutely. Best of luck to everyone.